Saturday. And we are jumping right into Quillie versus Invictus, Hero versus ZSS.
Yeah, this could be a fun matchup. Quillie, of course, being the hero dedicated user in the area for a while now. Sticking through with the character despite having some doubts every now and then, but I'm a hero. That's just the kind of character. That's the nature of what you're playing with. And of course, Invictus on the ZSS, an absolute classic. It's been around some other characters too, but it's good to see the ZSS come right back out. We're over here on PS2.
Yeah, you mentioned hero players. I also saw Sparkle was here today.
Yes, I also saw Sparkle.
So there could be
earlier.
some hero-on-hero crime. Maybe the agenda is alive and well here in PNW. Definitely more historically known for our zoners, but the thing with zoners is it gives you a lot of opportunities playing hero.
There was a zoom. We didn't select on zoom. It's okay. We got the rising side B. Bounces online here. Now have to worry about the stun gun. The question is how you're going to find your way in, right? ZSS can control that mid-range really well. Really good at boxing. Hero's going to struggle with that slower frame data on those sword slashes too. Even for a sword character, they're definitely slower. Decent amount of active frames, but still annoying to play around with. So yeah, it's no surprise that Quillie's kind of getting run over a little bit, but it's always answers.
It is a tricky balance with the ZSS player because on the one hand, you're totally right. It is impossible to hit this character sometimes. But the downside of that is when you're schmooving that hard, it becomes infinitely harder as ZSS to find your own openings. So as I say that, Invictus does find that first stock, getting that early lead against Quillie.
Catching the jump, finishing off with the back air. We got to start with 70%'s nothing to scoff at, though. A couple of hard hero reads would get it done, right? A Hatchet Man shield break if we're looking for it.
Yeah.
You never know, right? A random kaboom off stage after you get like a psych up forward throw or something. Let's take a look, though. We got to control the center stage.
Yeah, plenty of mana as well. Quillie has been floating around that half mana bar. There's the sleep, and there you go. It only takes one little hit, like you were talking about. 40% lead, though, and that stage positioning. Let's see if Invictus can keep this from crawling back too much.
That's right. Again, this matchup, that doesn't mean it too much, considering how much damage output Hero can really get. So we got the fully charged neutral beyond deck, for example, right now. Oh, my goodness, though. That down B follow-up off stage is going to hurt. We're going to have our full charge up B to make it back.
Yeah, no spike. We're still in this. Rolls into the taser, does not get anything out of it. Invictus playing fantastic defense and nothing for Quillie there. No zoom to be had. But hey, we got a full mana bar, but down an entire stock, you're going to need to really do something with it.
Yeah, great awareness there from Invictus as well to kind of like shark underneath the side B activation off stage to get the second fair to actually land that kill. But hey, now we got Quillie advantage. Stay pushing forward again. Side B is going to connect it. There's the kaboom.
Oh.
No, we're going to opt for a thwack instead. We have a bit of a delayed recovery from Invictus, so it's not going to connect whatsoever. But it's okay. We still got half our mana bar here.
That's a sign whenever you see a hero player throwing out that thwack. It makes sense. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. But when you see that as Invictus here, you can know, oh, okay, my opponent's getting a little bit desperate.
Oh, what an anti-air on that down B with that psych up smash to take that next stock. My goodness,
the spacing, the landing there is not going to get it. Quillie just jabbing out for dear life there. Evened up the stock so well, and that side B tacking on the damage. He has come back.
Yeah, I would consider this effectively, even though that Zera pop-off is going to hurt, though. Thankfully, Zoom is on deck. Higher chances when you're off stage. After all, catching the air dodge with a forward tilt. How are we getting off this ledge? No, the side B is going to connect, and with unfortunate DI, we'll end up taking that first game to Invictus.
One thing I noticed that's interesting there with the way Quillie is interacting with the menu, rather than going up to zoom when it was the fourth option, this sounds small. You can press up to go to zoom and jump right to the bottom. Sure. Actually pressed 3 times to go all the way down, which tells you something about how Quillie reads the menu. He is not a top decker. He does not do that 1-4 option select. Instead, he actually reads through it in line, which means he's going to have a little bit more thought into his options, but the downside is everything's going to be a little bit slower.
That's true. That's true. A lot more methodical, and I think that plays into that MP usage that we were talking about, right? Because he's not just a random spammer top decker, we're actually keeping his MP alive for the most part, right? Usually you're going to see other heroes end up running out. They have to stick to their normals, try to get some down throw fairs, just get something going to get that MP back. But I feel like Quillie has not struggled with that, at least not throughout the first game.
Yeah,
and I was
agree.
Returning to PS2.
Yeah, and we were talking about other hero players who are here. Sparkle is one of those players who is always on the bare razor's edge of that MP. Runs out the first stock and then just hopes that he manages to get a raw forward air to come back. So yeah, very different play styles.
Yeah, but you never know, right? You let go everything from what you have from your kit. That could also end up in just random stocks being taken, right?
Exactly.
You get a kaboom, you get a random thwack, even just a whack going across the stage. You never know. You never know. Flame slash to 2 frame.
Exactly. And we saw Quillie not afraid to use those crazy RNG options, the whack, the thwack.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Thankfully, that was a top deck there, so Quillie didn't have to take too much time to select that option. We have a zoom available here. Make it back to about center stage. Well, what's the box mix-up going to be? Nick doesn't want to deal with it. He's going to jump away.
Interesting whack. Maybe quillie getting a little bit silly in the chili with that one. Invictus going to punish him hard, but still alive. Pausing with the bang there and gets back with the zoom.
Yeah, I'm going to end up using a little bit more MP than you probably like to use, but it is nice for that reroll to actually, guarantee the zoom instead of having to press down B again. So I get it. I see the vision here. Both at 120, 130-ish%. One solid hit will do it either way. Maybe get some oomph for a cycle up tilt.
There you go.
No, we just need a flame slash. That'll do it.
And now quillie for the first time in the driver's seat, 120%. Of course, ZSS does have a little bit of arthritis sometimes as she struggles to get her hit. But at the same time, it's going to be a lot harder than against some other characters for quillie to get that early extra credit. I
saw Thwack online. I saw the startup for Thwack being there. I had to suck into my teeth. I was so worried that 11% kill would happen. But no, Invictus able to stuff it out with a ZSS side B of his own. And now we're about even percent here. Down throw, trying to get side B fault to catch the landing. Ooh, the tech on the PS2 platform as well gets an up air scoop, but not enough to fully convert. Still about a 18% advantage here.
It was such a good reset from Invictus. He just barely missed the follow-up, the precision that is required. Okay, he gets it that time. Up air to up B, not going to overextend on that combo. And quillie, yeah, just zooming right out.
Wow, and sniping the zoom on the way down too with the Zair. And now we got double fair here into the neutral B, almost catching the tech in place, but it might have been just a little too early. That would have been huge damage or even shield damage if either were able to connect. Still?
Oh, no. The missed waveland, classic from Nick. You hate to see it.
All right, nice shield pressure there. Cancel off that fair spot dodge past this command grab, or rather the Zair grab, extended tether grab. Gets a kaboom to follow here, and now we have an advantage here for quillie, but he is off stage. Zoom to make it back.
And with that zoom, has to air dodge in. Invictus getting a little bit lucky with the RNG on those, and also just following really well when he actually does land and does not get the kill, but piling on the pressure is Invictus. Brought it back very well after that risky first stock loss.
Gonna have bounce online too, and then finally fully charge that up B. Not too much mana left there. That back there is gonna help recover some of it. Throw out the menu, but here it's just about playing to the normals. Not able to whiff punish that up smash though, and getting caught on a second jump afterwards. 136% here on Nick. That kaboom definitely would have taken it, but out of range. How are we gonna push that up smash? We are not. We're getting hit with another one.
We saw a little bit of spaghetti starting to come out. The tournament nerves. It's so important to keep cool, calm, and collected in these scenarios. Does not get the spike hitbox, but that is the second or third time Invictus has got that. And the call out from quillie on the over-aggression from Invictus, giving him an opportunity. Up B, get off me, reset neutral.
Here we are, right back to Nick's advantage state here, trying to push off with the dash attack, try to get a fair follow-up for an edge guard. Get up attack here from quillie, just get off. We have full charge on that neutral B. Where are we going next, though? Can't burn too much mana. This is your last stock, 88%. You still need to have a recovery. Nick's edgeguard game has been on point. The bang is going to get blocked.
And now that accelerate, the most terrifying thing you can possibly have as hero. So hard to deal with that pressure because all of a sudden, you can keep up with ZSS.
Now 4-1-2, we're going to burn that neutral B here, about half mana left. Not opting for a thwack. We're going to have that up B, get off me option, but this has been kind of a death of 1,000 cuts a little bit now. Nick has added up to about even percent here, 4-1-2 to connect. Yet again, there's the kaboom to catch your landing. And quillie stays in the set, 1-1.
He found it. You were talking about that death by 1,000 cuts. Quillie's got a whole different game plan here. To hit you with that kaboom all the way across the screen, catching him out. Really goes to show how consistently ZSS has to play in order to not get scammed by Hero.
And how much Hero kind of has to play keep out too, because again, if you're playing up close, you're losing that boxing game 9 out of 10 times. It is so rough. Using that first hit of 4-1 though, using that kind of shield bash can be helpful, decent disjoint, right? Catch some moves off guard. But other than that, you can't be playing with too much up close, and I understand why now quillie had to sit back. And I think Invictus was fine, where it's like, I have the percent lead, right? I'm at like 20 or 30. They're at like 80, 90. Like, that's okay. I just got to find my one opening and take the game. But quillie's like, well, if you're going to play super patient, I could just kind of keep throwing things at you. I can keep moon knighting you. And eventually, the right option will come out, and that kaboom did what it needed to do.
Absolutely agree. Did a great job of finding that opening. But that's just game 2. This is where the mental fortitude, the stamina starts to come out.
Here it is. Here it is. I do want to ask, though, is this BO3 or BO5?
I think we're in BO3, but I'm actually not sure. Let me check in the
not
background.
100%, not 100%, but that's all right. We're going to be hopping over to Town and City here for our third game. May or may not be our last game. That is yet to be determined. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Thank you, production. We got our fourth throw. 4 to reset there. Back here also catch the roll in afterwards. The down smash isn't going to be angled the right spot though. Probably looking for a roll read, doesn't end up connecting. We have Acceleratle on deck into the Sizz Snipe, trying to run up and space out with some fares. All right, stuck here at ledge, return to center stage again. Acceleratle mixed with punishing, so much easier, so much more dangerous for playing up against Hero, because now he's going to run in and out. You know he's going to be doing it. Still, we have a 50% lead here for Invictus. Not worried at all. Trying to approach it with the fair. Gets the down B with the ground. What's our follow-up going to be? No, the up smash doesn't connect. We have an air dodge out from quillie. Still not able to get any hard cemented hits right back at Invictus, though. Invictus going to clean out that first stop with a back air. How are we going to start off the second star? Okay, we're going to throw it a whack, right? Not too MP costly, I understand, right? 43%, not a super high chance of getting the insta-kill. But hey, imagine if it hit. And you're not sacrificing too much in the process, right? So I understand. I see the vision. We do have Flame Slash potential online here. The bang is also going to get sharked around. See, sometimes you're playing here and you're going for that kind of deck and horizontal projectile options. Your trajectory, your momentum can get a little bit predictable. And I think Invictus has really been on point of sharking either above or below whatever potential projectile that may be. However, Kaboom does throw a wrench in those plans because of the kind of gravity magnet effect it has and the huge AoE to follow up after it.
So I tried to look in the background to see if we're in best of 3, best of 5. I can't find it. So we're going to be playing a mystery prize tournament here. Okay, production saying it is best of 3. I should have just asked production to begin with. That's the problem.
Yeah, I guess you should. I guess you should.
I'm looking through rule sets. My brain is frying.
Oh!
What is
Speaking of brain fry, we had the level 2 side B combo into the whack.
I have never seen that in my life. You know what? It's worth it. It's worth it to lose that stock in that scenario. Quillie ran out of mana for the craziest hero play I have ever seen.
That's what I'm saying about just throwing out the whack, right? It's slow enough for projectile, has enough active frames that sometimes you can just hit your opponent into it. There are countless hero clips doing things like that ever since this character came out, and that is the dopamine rush that you were always looking for.
That is brutal, though, and now Quillie 79% on this last stock. Invictus poised to win it, not deterred by getting shenaniganed on a little bit.
All right, catching some jumps with these fares, though. I like it. There's the uppy get off me as well.
Hey, if there's any character who can bring this back, though, it is Hero.
Yep.
He was built for this moment.
Let's see him fulfill his destiny.
Sakurai starting to mess with the source code in the background.
Oh,
but it's
catching
not
the get
enough.
up. Oh, my goodness. And Invictus takes it 2-1. In a really fun set. You can see both these players are smiling. They both had a great time. I know we had a great time. I mean, I just love